Hi, my name is Ed King and I've been Director of Small Business Services at Wayne State University for almost 30 years now. And over that period of time, I've worked with thousands of people just like yourself in starting your own small business. And what Lance Hood wanted me to do today is to explain to you how to start a small business. And if you'd like to start a small business, and if you got only 3 hours a week to do it, I can show you how. Week number 1. Do you have the right stuff to start a small business? Well, believe it or not, the first step in this process is not to figure out what business you want to get into, but rather do you have the characteristics to become a successful small business owner. You need to compare yourself with other successful entrepreneurs and figure out your chances for success. We've identified 25 questions to ask yourself to compare yourself with other successful entrepreneurs and see how well you stack up. But the most important characteristic that you must possess is a thing called willpower. You've got to have willpower. There are many times you won't feel like doing certain things, making cold calls, doing bill collecting, handling complaints. And whether you feel like it or not, you've got to get the job done, or at least hire someone else to do it. Then you need to figure out the business that's perfect for you. You need to list your unique abilities and interests, and these are two separate things. For example, there are many things you're interested in, but have no abilities. There are many things you have abilities in, but no interest in. You need to find a business that complies with both your unique interests and abilities. Week number 2, you need to determine the right industry and the right product or service within that industry. Let's use golf as an example. Do you want to open up a driving range? You want to build clubs, give lessons, import clothing and equipment, or promote tours of golf courses? You should decide whether or not to start a business from scratch or buy an existing franchise or a business. Now, I like buying business because they've already got a track record, they've got employees and customers, and there is owner financing, and this is a big one. Now, the biggest problem in buying a business is determining the price for the business, and the owner is the worst person to ask. Now, we have a formula which is multiplying the profits of the business after paying all the bills and paying yourself a reasonable salary. And you take that number and multiply it times 4. And this will give you an acceptable return on your investment of 25%. So take your net income after paying your bills and paying yourself a reasonable salary, multiply that times 4, and that should be the price you offer the owner. Now, I hate franchises because you have to follow their rules. You have to pay the franchisor 5% of your sales and not the profits. And if you want to buy a franchise, go to work in one for about 2 months. And you will learn 99% of what you would learn by buying a franchise, and you'll get paid for it. Week number 3, you will need to know if people will buy your product or service. You need to do a thing called market research. You start off by looking at existing research done by others, primarily trade associations. But if no research exists, you will have to do primary research, which is interviewing potential customers, creating focus groups, and sending out questionnaires. Week number 4, you will have to determine how much inventory and equipment that you're going to need for your business. Now, our suggestion is to buy this stuff, go to auctions, read the trade journals, and buy used equipment. The next step is to project your sales and expenses for the next few years. Now, you can use Microsoft Excel program, or you may want to purchase BizPlan, a software program that will help you make these projections. You need to determine if you can pay all your bills, including paying yourself a reasonable salary, and make a 25% return on your investment at a minimum. Week number 5. The next step is to determine the best legal entity for your business. Now, you have 5 choices. You can be a sole proprietor, a partnership, an LLC, an S corporation, or a C corporation. Which one do you pick? Well, believe it or not, 90% of the business owners get this wrong. First of all, I would eliminate sole proprietor and partnership, as you have unlimited liability. That means an injured party can take away everything you own, including your home. A C corporation pays twice the taxes that an LLC or an S corporation does, so on it goes. Now you're left with 2 alternatives, LLC or S corporation. An LLC has a lot less paperwork but pays Social Security taxes on all your profits. An S corporation has a lot more paperwork but only pays Social Security taxes on the money you take out of your business in the form of a salary. Our rule of thumb? If you make more than $10,000 a year before salary, you're better off being an S corporation. Finally, in week 6, we prepare a business plan. Now, anybody who's going to invest in your business or lend your business money will want to see a business plan. It's not going to be that hard if you successfully completed steps 1 through 5. I mean, all you're doing in step number 6 is documenting the work you've already done. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about the services that I can provide for you, go to our website. That's 3hoursofpower.com/profitable business. Right down here, 3hoursofpower.com/profitable business. Now go out there and use this information. My name is Ed King, and you've learned the truth.